Let's learn about the force of friction. By the end of this digital lesson, you should be able to achieve the following. 1. Explain the force of friction. And 2. Explain the importance of friction. What is taking place in each picture? In the first picture, he is pushing a heavy box. In the second picture, a knife is being sharpened using a file. In the third picture, a carpenter is sawing a log of wood. And in the fourth picture, the young man is skating. All the above activities are carried out by pulling, pushing, filing, sawing, and sliding. What is friction? As you push a load over a surface, there is a force that tries to stop its movement. This force of resistance is known as friction. Friction is a force that tends to stop the movement of one surface against another. When the two surfaces are in contact, friction is a force that opposes motion between two surfaces that are in contact. Friction is greater when the surface is rough, and it is less when the surface is smooth. What is the importance of friction? Friction can be a useful force in several ways in our daily life. 1. Walking. Friction enables us to walk. If there was no friction between our feet and the ground, we would stay in one position or slide and fall. That is why it is not easy to walk on slippery surfaces. 2. Writing. In order to write, there must be friction between the nib of the pen and the paper. Without friction, the pen or pencil would just slide over the paper and proper formation of figures and letters would not be possible. 3. Riding a bicycle. You are able to ride a bicycle because there is friction between the road and the tires. Without friction, the movement of the bicycle would not be possible. 4. Lighting a match. Friction produces heat. To light a match, you strike the head of the match against the strip on the side of a matchbox. The friction between the strip and the match head produces heat which lights the chemicals in the head of the match. Historians indicate that the earliest method for starting fire was based on friction. The early people rubbed two pieces of wood together. Dry grass and leaves would be added as the wood began to smoke. 5. Braking. Friction helps in operating the brakes of bicycles and cars. The movement of the wheel is slowed down or may be completely stopped by friction. There is also friction between the tire and the ground that stops the bicycle from moving. If the wheel is not turning, the bicycle will skid if the surface is slippery simply because the friction between its tires and the road surface has been greatly reduced. 6. Scouring metallic cooking pots. Steel wool and other rough materials are used to scour metallic saucepans. The dirt on the saucepans is removed by the friction between its surface and the steel wool. We also apply friction when we scrub our feet with a pumice stone. And this is what I have learned. What is friction? When two surfaces are in contact, the force that tends to resist their movement against each other is the force of friction. What are the advantages of friction? Friction enables us to do the following: walk, ride a bicycle, write on paper or the chalkboard, light matches, use a saw to cut a piece of wood, push or pull a load, apply brakes in a car or bicycle, scrub cooking pots with steel wool or a scouring pad. And here is the learner's task: participate in community service learning. Find out other ways we use friction in our day-to-day life. We wish you the best. Stay safe. Wear your mask properly to cover your nose and mouth. Wash your hands often with soap and running water. Do not touch your face with dirty hands. As citizens, let's keep each other safe.